Okay.
Hello, Dr. Meese.
Hi, Doc.
Hi, welcome back. Well, based on everything we did last time, your reflexes, strengths, range of motion, palpation, if you do the things I tell you, not just here but at home as well, avoid the things I tell you not to, there's no reason why you shouldn't respond beautifully to chiropractic care.
Yes.
Yay, okay. So you see that you were coming in for stiffness in your neck that went into your shoulders, sorry, as well as stress from your job, and you're very anxious with some headaches going on, okay?
Yeah, you're right.
All right, so I'm going to give you your spine and we're going to go over it, okay?
Sure.
All right, so the
Wow.
yellow is reflexes, the green is strengths, and the red was palpation. So let's start with reflexes. So remember last time when I hit you with that hammer in different areas? I was seeing how that nerve fires. I was seeing to see if it's alert and it's on, okay? So you had a lot of normals, which were good. The ones that weren't normal, I highlighted them in yellow for you. Those ones that were decreased, okay? So you had your C6 that was decreased right here on the left side. All right, as you can see, that goes out to that left shoulder, your left arm, as well as into your thyroid as well, which could be causing those headaches, as well as that stiffness into that shoulder and your neck as well, okay? And then your L4 was decreased as well. So that goes out to your left leg, your prostate, your muscles, and your lower back, okay? So when you have nerve dysfunction in your cervical or your neck is whenever you get the stiffness into your shoulders, as well as headaches, the migraines, or when you have nerve dysfunction in your lower back. That's whenever you get the lower back pain, the sciatic pain people have, or the knee problems, or the hip problems, okay? The next test we did to test your nerves was your strengths, all right? So you had a lot of normals, which were good. The one that was not normal, was decreased, was down here, is your S1 reflex, okay? So S1 usually generates with your sympathetics, all right? So that gives us and tells us an idea of how you're anxious and you've been stressed lately, especially with what you've been going through with your job, okay? The next thing we did was range of motion. Okay, so remember when I had you rotate your head all over or whatever? I was see how well your spine moves, okay? There's usually two reasons why you can't do range of motion. The structure of your spine, you either have a curve in it, or the muscles around it are super tight, so you're not able to look left or right, okay? We always say movement is life and we want you to move. So we're gonna be monitoring this through your care because we always want you to improve in your range of motion, okay? Last thing we did was palpation. All right, so as you can see in red, these are the areas I'm going to focus on when adjusting. Remember the first day we went over this? We want each vertebrae to move separately. When it doesn't, it's going to lock up. It's going to do three things. It's going to shut the nerve off. It's going to also cause the muscles around it to contract and spasm. And it's going to lead to faster bone degeneration, disc degeneration, and eventually leads to arthritis. And we want to avoid that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Any questions so far?
No, it makes sense.
All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over your x-rays. All right, so this is your lower back. As you can see, this is your right hip and your left hip.
It's a very feminine pelvis there.
Okay, stop.
Yeah.
All right, so whenever you have, you can see your right hip is measuring more than your left hip. That's just telling me that you have rotation in your hips, okay? So that's one thing we're going to try and fix with chiropractic care, as well as with your spine. We want to decrease this angle of curve of 1 degree. We want to make it straight, okay? This is just showing me which way to adjust you, and it also shows me you do have a curve in your upper back. And then here's your neck. I'm gonna draw this one, but so with your neck, again, your main complaint. Do you see how straight your neck is? All right. You're supposed to have a reverse C-shaped curve. Usually there'd be a yellow line on it. You want to have that yellow line intersect each of those vertebrae going up. As you can see, you're very straight and you have no curve to your spine. Okay. All right. Ideally, this is textbook normal, okay? You want your bones to be square and your disc to be thick. So as you can see, as you get into phase 1 of degeneration, your bones start to become less square, your disc starts to become less thick. Phase 2 is worse, and phase 3, we don't even want to get there. Where would you say you are on this?
I would say like phase 1, phase 2.
Phase 1, phase 2?
Yeah.
I would say you're more phase 1. Do you see how you have, your bones are pretty thick, your discs are pretty thick as well, but the only thing you really have lost is that curve in your neck. Okay.
Okay, good. So you caught it somewhat early-ish.
Yes. Okay. All right. Any questions so far? All right. So the game plan I have for us is I have us starting out at 3 times a week. All right. 3 times a week for a couple weeks, and then we're going to dwindle off into 2 times a week. Eventually into that 1 time a week or that once a month where I can get you to my wellness care, okay? The biggest thing is 3 times a week. So your body has this neurological muscular memory. So if I adjust you today, it's only going to hold for about 48 to 52 hours. All right. It wants to pull it back to what it was before. So we got to get you out of the acute phase, out of the pain phase, we call it, so we can start making corrections to your spine. We can start making corrections to getting that curve in your neck, as well as in that lower back and that pelvis. Okay? So Make
That
sense?
makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna have one of the girls come in there to go over office policies and finances. Real quick before I step out, a couple things. I like to have a good rapport with my patients. At the end, you're gonna get all this in a folder. It's gonna have my personal cell phone number on it. Any questions or concerns, please reach out. I love questions, as well as I'm super fortunate to see a lot of people in this practice, but I'm never too busy to answer questions that you might have. Can I count on you to ask me questions?
Yes, I'll ask questions.
Second is frequency. Frequency is super, super important. 3 times a week really does mean 3 times a week. We do ask that if you can't make it one that week, we just ask you make it up in the next week. Can I count on you to make the visits and make them up?
Yep.
Okay, and last thing is our new patient workshop. So we have, ask all of our new patients to come to our new patient workshop. It is a central part of your care. It's things that you can learn outside the clinic, tips and tricks to help us help you get better. We do ask that you bring someone you feel comfortable putting your hands on because it is a hands-on workshop. Our next one is June 4th. Could you make the June 4th one?
I think so.
You think so? Do you also have someone you could bring?
I think so.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'll have one of the girls come in and go over everything, okay?
Sounds good.